little bit scattery from both sides here in the early exchanges, and then a shot that jolts the ball loose. In the bin. Well, Lussick dummy half. Goes to Volkman. Then to Cartwright, whose first touch may have set something up. Twiddle around the outside. Out to the right. They go to Navale, then to Wakeham, then through the hands to Swan. Swan past a couple. Swan past a couple more. That with Cartwright dummy half. Cartwright down the blind. Hoiked up in the air. Latu goes himself. Latu burrows low. Latu spun around. Last tackle. End-to-end game. And it's Lussick. The good. Big couple of minutes in the game. Volkman and Hunter and Nanva and Tungo. Yes! But they've still got threat out there as Volkman goes to Geimer, then to Hunter. Now Tweedle with a couple of dummies and a pass for the ages for Tungo. Ara on the build again. Volkman to the sky. Fa'ulalo is there. Contest for the ball. Batted down. Came off legs. Came Parramatta's way. Loizu scores it. Cross for Parker. Parker straight and hard. Dury's down in back play. Dumped out there. Geimer hurled across Penasini. Numbers again. Loizu again. And Conce down the blind. Then Walsh. Then Fa'ulalo. He finds his way through. Sliced them apart and landed in the mud. Conce and Wakeham and Fa'ulalo early from him. Now a chance down the right. They may just be in again here, Manly. Shook dummy half. Last tackle for Manly. Wakeham back. Fa'ulalo to the ground. And Parramatta pick it up and go. It is Volkman down the touchline. Shoop is chasing. Fans on their feet. Look at Hugo Hart coming. He can't get there. It is Volkman. Muigatutia runs out and Walsh puts it in the air. Parramatta defending with 12. Bounce of the ball a factor. Big chance now. Muigatutia's got it back. Flings it out. Oh, the pass of the century for Tommy Talau. It's territory here. Wakeham now for Walsh. Walsh skips and flicks. Lovely football again. Fa'ulalo's got another try.
In the knock-on effect New South Wales Cup in 2025 with a 10-point victory at their new home at Kellyville Oval in Sydney's western suburbs at their brand new $70 million Centre of Excellence. Let's take a look at some of the key performers now in our Stats Deep Dive. Starting off with Renamu Greg, 48 minutes in this one, 13 runs, 127 metres, 3 offloads, 23 tackles, no missed, 4 ineffective. He can do a job in an NRL pack, but given the way that Jason Riles is clearly pushing a couple of guys on the outer, most notably Renamu, most notably Bryce Cartwright, it is maybe an opportunity that is away from Parramatta at this point. Next up, Jake Tungo. He had 14 runs, 184 metres, a double, 3 line breaks, 5 tackle breaks. Good to see a run of consistent form for Tungo after what was a rough initiation for him at the NRL level over the last year and a bit, and also the way that he was absolutely manhandled over in Melbourne in the season opener. Next up, we go to Arpa Twiddle rather. He had a try, 12 runs, 126 metres, 2 line breaks, 2 try assists, 2 line break assists, 6 tackle breaks. He got his first crack at fullback with Joash being in the 18th man for the NRL, and I thought he was really, really good there in this contest. I mean, Papali'i did make his NRL debut, he was 18th man initially, then got moved into the first grade side, but I thought Twiddle was really, really good, had some really nice touches there, and could be one of those for the future. Next up, we go to Zadis Maguatutia. He got through an hour of game time, the most he's had in season 2025. A line break assist, a try assist, 2 offloads, 31 tackles, 4 missed, 2 ineffective, so not a bad effort for his most minutes across a New South Wales Cup match from Zadis in that one. Next up, Samisi Kia. He had 15 runs, 139 metres, a line break, 7 tackle breaks, 5 offloads. He's found a home in this Manly Cup side as of late. Over the last couple of weeks, he's done a job in this side. He was close to being on our players to watch a couple of weeks now, and he's finally cracked it this week. Next up, Clayton Farlalo. He had a double, 14 runs, 180 metres, 3 line breaks, a line break assist, a try assist, and 6 tackle breaks. Tommy Talau was also in and amongst this team this week. He got through some good numbers as well, but not enough to crack our 3 best players. Next up, we'll take you out to Redfern Oval for the clash in the Mario Fennec Cup between South Sydney and North Sydney. Let's go through all the highlights.
Ward, who orchestrated it in the first place. It comes back to Johansson. Johansson reaching out and scoring for the Bunnies. Toyavai plays it. Now Humphreys. And the cutout pass is on the money to Mellors. And Mellors beats 4 and scores South Sydney second. Toyavai with that big run. Ward throws an intercept to Marshke. In fact, it is Main who's running away, and the cover comes. The ball stripped out. The tackle was complete. It's a sin bin. Now the dummy from French, who's back on the field. Now Mitchell. It'll be hard to stop from there. Throws an offload to Host, who pirouettes in the tackle. Sydney a clean sheet.
Win only their second this season in Knock-On Effect New South Wales Cup, but they didn't walk away with the Mario Fennec Cup because of an epic bit of shithousery by North Sydney. Now, I'll explain it. The Bears won by 18 points in the first match at Gosford 7 weeks ago, so it is a 2-leg system. If they drew the for and against, South Sydney would have won the trophy. So it was a nice little bit of epic shithousery there to make sure they won the trophy outright. Let's go to the stats deep dive. We're going to kick off with Hazen Mellors. A try, a line break, 10 runs, 134 metres, 8 tackle breaks in this one. So good to see him back playing football. He's been so cruelled by injury over the course of his career so far. Next up, Jacob Host, another man that's been hit hard by injuries this season. A try, 80 minutes of action, 16 runs, 150 metres, 65 post-contact metres, 5 tackle breaks and a line break. He also had 35 tackles and 2 misses. Next up for Timmy Hansen, he got through 52 minutes. That sin bin occurred at the end of the game for a professional foul. A try, 14 runs, 150 metres, a line break, 4 tackle breaks, and a 100% tackle rate. We know how much we loved that on last week's program. Next up, we're going to go to the Bears, Israeli Ogden. He was the most dangerous Bear on the field. He had 14 runs, 158 metres, a line break and offload, 6 tackle breaks. Next up, Marion Seve, 15 runs, 114 metres, 3 tackle breaks, 3 offloads. It's very sound defensively. Seems to be sort of the depth piece at the moment for the Melbourne Storm. He hasn't been able to crack that 17 yet this season other than a charity minute bench spot. And then we go to Gabriel Satrick, 18 minutes. He's an aggressive sort of player out of dummy half. He had 5 runs in his 18 minutes, 15 tackles and offload. He's a young Melbourne Storm Academy product getting his chance in the Knock-On Effect New South Wales Cup. Well, next up, we're going out to Gosford, where an understrength Roosters side takes on the high-flying Newtown Jets. The Jets looking to bounce back following last week's disaster against the Canberra Raiders, while the Roosters are looking to avoid back-to-back defeats.
Puru finds a bit of a spot there, and Krause is wrapped up. Rodwell with the tackle. Left-hand side they go. Another short pass this time. He's lifted Dylan Coots, and Coots is going to be over. Can he get the footy down? Well, he may have got it down. In jersey 9 for the Jets. Coming in off the bench today. Beryl, here he is, linking up here with Hohepa. Puru just charges over the line. Beryl again. Little run inside. Puru finds Viella. Viella's in space. He finds Hohepa. Puru. Has he got the legs? No, he hasn't. Good tackle from behind from Tate, but he gets the ball away. Viella's with it. The Jets are going to get their third. It was Tate, in fact. Here's Toby Rodwell. Linking up here with Flaherty. Quick hands. The ball's been intercepted by Christian Dixon. There's no one in front of him. Chasing him, though, is Tom Rodwell. Dixon's going to have the legs, though. And he'll cruise the last 10.
6 again.
Must have been. It's on for the Jets anyway, through Pollard, linking up with Ella. Pops the pass to Dixon. He's going to get a double. Pollard will play it inside the 10. Hohepa Puru, Niue Puru. Pops a lovely ball to Coots. Dylan Coots gets a double. Merrill out a dummy half quickly. They've let him run today. Coots puts the ball through, and it's going to be put down by Blake Hoskins. Oh, beautiful ball forward in space. He's got Puru with him. Puru started it, and he's going to finish it. Waiting. Toby Rob. Whoa, it's been intercepted. Niwa Puru. Is he going to have the legs? They're coming from everywhere. Tate's going to wrap him up. Pops the beautiful pass to Clark. Now Navali for the corner. The Jets. Strikes it nice. It's going to go across the face, is it? No, it's gone over. They're 5 away here, the Newtown Jets. Beryl puts it on the toe. Clark would love one. Navali would love one too, but I think Eli Clark got there.
Is where this score went in this game. The Roosters were fielding 7 players that had played in the SG Ball over the last 2 seasons. So an incredibly young side, including 17-year-old Louis Lee, who is the younger brother of Brinko Lee in this one. But they did have some okay performers. Let's take a look at them in the stats deep dive. Kicking off with Vito Tavanga from the Glebe Dirty Reds. He's a New South Wales Open City rep this year. He had 8 runs to 59 metres, a tackle break and offload, 38 tackles in this one for Vito. Next up, Jake Elliott. He had 63 metres, a tackle break, 100% tackle rate, 2 forced dropouts as well for Jake. He'll learn for this as the young guys get eased into cup footy. He's sort of like one of the older heads. He was actually the captain in this side, believe it or not, but he's been one of their best this season, Jake Elliott, to the shock of no one. And then we got De La Selva. How good is it to see this man back from a near life-threatening blood infection earlier in the year? There was a chance he wouldn't play NRL again. So good to see him back. 6 runs, 46 metres, 19 tackles, 1 missed. He had 42 minutes across 2 stints as well there, did De La Selva. For the Jets, we kick off with Christian Dixon, and he had a double, 194 metres, a line break as well. He also took that intercept. He has a good work rate out of yards. He does have an error in him, but that's all young players. He is a very sound and fun prospect to watch for Sharky supporters over the next couple of seasons, let me tell you, Christian Dixon. Next up, Dylan Coots. He picked up a double on New South Wales Cup debut. 8 runs, 85 metres, 2 line breaks, 5 tackle breaks, 23 tackles, just the 1 ineffective. And then we go to Hohepa Puru. He had an hour playing across hooker and lock, a try, a line break assist, try assist, 32 tackles, 5 Mr. Ineffective in a display. He had a big part in. Jaden Beryl had 3 try assists in this one, but they were mostly grubby kicks, a couple of nice deceptive passes at the line. He could find himself very unlucky. He wasn't on this list today either, but we wanted to give some praise to a couple of the younger guys coming through as well. So that's why we've gone that way for this one. On to the Sunday matches, we're going to kick off across to Tasman, where the Warriors hosting the Bulldogs. The Warriors are the form side in the competition, but a young Canterbury side were keen to get on their tails.
Bring him down there. Rangy 5'8". Holds the ball out in his long arms. Here's Otukolo, breaks through. Daniela Otukolo. Over he goes for the first try. He'll play it as they come blindside now. Short ball. Doggy's in again. Canterbury backs down. They go back to back. But he's going to go back inside. Moala Grand Taufa. Frequent try scorer. They need to take care of him. Alia coming again. Bowls over 1. Gets close to the line. One of the Bulldogs there looking in a bit of trouble. As Tanner Stout with Smith tries to swing his way over. As Cleary comes blindside. Numbers. Short ball out here. Ami Tuanai with the step back inside, and Tane Tuopiki is going to stroll in to grab himself a try. Tackle now. Lussick. Hansen. Numbers on the outside, and Grant Dolfa walks straight in. It's well there. 5 metres out from the line. Cleary. Short ball here for Fatialofa. Kayliss Fatialofa. Running off Jet Cleary. They come back left. Otukolo. Out it comes to Hutchison. Numbers on the outside. Look at the speed into the corner. Flying in. Goes the left winger. That is Cooper Toy. Hit the brakes. Last tackle now, O'Neill. Sends it high. The chasers are coming through. And it's been caught there and put down. The line now. They'll go to another kick as well. Why wouldn't you? It's going to hang up in the breeze. The Bulldogs have got this one again. Back inside to Zion Maiu. Last tackle. Going. He goes out of dummy half as well. They're appealing for the try. And he might have got it. Lasak out of dummy half to Ali. Looking for Going. He's got Fatialofa. Hansen looking for runners on the outside. Grandolfa. More like Grandolfa scores. Great run from the interchange forward. Well, it comes down for Otokolo. Numbers on the outside. Oh, it's been put down and picked up by the Warriors. Away they go. Siokali. Has he got the speed? The chase is coming across. He's got support from Grandolfa. Inside for Hansen. Warriors, could they go the length of the field? Luke Hansen, yes!
16-point win over the Bulldogs in this one. The Bulldogs started both halves better in this one. The Warriors were a little bit slow going, but they finished with a motor and a half, scoring the final couple of tries in that one, starting with Going in the 57th minute, Graham Talfa, and then Hansen finishing off a pretty solid performance. Let's go to the stats deep dive. Moala Graham Talfa is in the headlines off to South Sydney this week. From 2026, he had a double, 12 runs, 139 metres, 3 line breaks, a try assist, 4 tackle breaks. He was a bit shaky in defence, 6 missed ineffective tackles there for Moala. I know he is a better defender than what we saw in this one. Next up, Tanastawa Smith. He had 46 minutes, a try, 14 runs, 129 metres, 2 offloads, 5 tackle breaks, 16 tackles, 4 missed and ineffective. Definitely building on that NRL debut in Brisbane last weekend. Next up, Kayliss for Fatialofa. He had a try, 12 runs, 148 metres, 8 tackle breaks, 2 offloads, 2 line breaks, 31 main tackles. Did miss 6 ineffective tackles in this one though. On the Bulldogs, Sam Hughes. He made his way back into the NRL side last week. He got for about 15 minutes there, which was eligible enough for him to go back into Cup and really get these minutes. He got through 63 of them here, 16 runs, 176 metres, 3 offloads, 31 tackles. A very sound effort from Sam Hughes. Next up, Taniela Otokolo. He had a try, a line break, 4 tackle breaks, 15 runs, 149 metres, 42 tackles as well. And then we go to Joe O'Neill. He had a try assist, defended well, forced a drop out. The question marks now begin to start. With Lockie Galvin's arrival, pressure turns to the likes of Joe O'Neill, Casillas Tia, and Mitch Woods about where Canterbury's future lies going forward. O'Neill is pressing a strong case at the moment, but where the future lies for these young halves has been really murked by the Galvin signing. Well, next up, we're going to the Blacktown Exercise and Recreational Hub for the clash between the Panthers and the Newcastle Knights. The Knights looking for a win, which is desperately needed.
Now he's carrying the ball. Great pass there from Hotwood. Hastings now trying to get the ball out to DeCourcy, who spins his way to the line. The line by 5. Arthur. Oh, the no-looker on for Hotwood. Jackson Hastings. What a pass there from the veteran halfback. We'll look to do it again in season 2025. Taking on the line, Toilau. The offload out the back. Now comes to Lamont. Finds Cole. Oh, pass there. And now Papali looking for the line. And he'll score his first. Hotele, Papali. Halfway. Now the last that comes, they'll go into a running mode here. Penrith, Riley Wake. They weren't aware to him, and Wake has gone 45. Like he's running down the last 100 metres in a 400-metre sprint. Right. Toilau, Lamont. Tried to get the ball, and now here comes Riley Jones. He's being chased from behind his RJ. Chase from Papali, but I don't think anyone's going to get there. How about the chase? Oh, he almost got there, but Riley Jones, too much pace. And here goes Vitano. Vitano to Burnham. Hastings, ball back to Vitano. Turns them inside out, still going, and they'll score here, Newcastle. No, he's been reeled in. What a tackle from Penrith. And now they've got to go coast to coast to the side. Out on the bounce, and it's going to be the number 3. He gets it over to... Chance for Hastings to put in an attacking kick. Here it comes. Crossfield, chasing. And into the hands of Jones, who gives it off. Did he put it down in time? He did. And what a spiral it was. There he is. There. Cole. Fiamani, and out towards Papali. Looking for a second. An acrobatic effort there from Hoteri, Papali to be made. Hastings looking for Greason. They go to Lossa, and now Vortano out to Latu. Latu for the line, and he gets it down just in time. It's been a day for debutants here from Blacktown.
20-point win, and a much-needed one of that against a Panthers side that sort of came into their own midway through the first half, but just had no answers through the second 40. Apart from a Hoteri Papali'i try in the 60th minute, the Knights quickly answered back to put the game beyond doubt through Sasaya Latu. Let's go to the stats deep dive, starting with Trent Tolau. He had 195 metres, a line break assist, a try assist, 4 tackle breaks, 3 offloads, also forced a dropout. He did defend really well, 19 tackles, did have a couple of missed though. Overall, I thought he was really, really sound, and he's definitely pressing a nice case. Next up, Billy Phillips. He had 80 minutes in this one, 10 runs, 127 metres, 60 of which from post-contact. He had 5 tackle breaks, an offload, 100% tackle rate. He made 40 tackles out there as well. He's definitely knocking down the door for a potential debut. Next up, we're going to go with Billy Scott. 72 minutes, 8 runs for 68 metres, 3 offloads, 32 tackles, no missed, 1 ineffective. He's been a real find for the Panthers this year in the number 9 jersey. Next up, Mason Teague. He's been down for a couple of weeks now. 74 minutes in this one. 16 runs, 137 metres, 46 tackles in the middle third. Absolute workhorse for the Knights in this one. Jermaine McEwen, he had 80 minutes in this one. A try, 16 runs, 134 metres, 7 tackle breaks and a line break, 20 tackles, 3 of which were missed or ineffective. Then we finish up with Wilson DeCourcy. He had a double, 11 runs to 78 metres, 2 line breaks, 5 tackle breaks. He had a point to prove against his former club, as did all the players we see here. A couple of old Panthers getting revenge in Blacktown against their old club. Well, next up, we're going to the inaugural home of the Raiders, Seaford Oval in Queanbeyan, for a top-table clash in the Cup between the Canberra Raiders and the St George Illawarra Dragons. Let's look at all the highlights for the final game of the round.
Couldn't find him. They go wide for Cook again to the open. Solo, he'll keep it alive. Sanders got a layer. Wetere, goes himself, reaches out and scores. Go again. So now Packer. Flat door for Martin. Martin reaches out. Jordan Martin. Plumber for Fita. We'll play it only 8 away. Great opportunity here for the Dragons. Now they're deep to this right. They go front door. Celia, he is down. There was nothing on then. That occasion was for Fita. Again now, numbers on this right edge. That's where they go. They look up for now for the corner. He's going to roll. He just drove through the attempted tackle. From position he's used to as Alea now bounces off that left in behind the ruck, finds Sanders. Sanders will look, he's got Prest did well, the big front row. Ilias did well as well. We're on the last tackle. They got numbers if the shift can happen. Cook turns it back underneath for Stewart. Stewart puts the kick in for himself. We're only just talking about him, and Chevy Stewart says, here you go. And Murdoch Marcella. Sanders wanted to run her early, reaches out as he got the ball down. He has indeed. Good work, Chevy Stewart. Now Ilias back inside for Ramsey, dangerous here. Ramsey comes to Alea, throws the dummy and brings it around underneath the sticks. We saw it. This time goes to dummy half. He'll look and go to Glover. Glover's going to put it high in the air. Plenty of numbers. Townsville PO leaps high. Ramsey leaps higher. Ilias says thank you very much. Townsville PO went up. For now, Ilias takes it to the line. Short pass. Looks up, finds Molo, and Molo scores. Ilias, Liu. Some good leg drive again. He's been good, the young fella. Now he keeps it alive. Finds for now. Found Maleisen, and Maleisen involved in the tackle. Now Sanders, Alea slicing through. Did well. Got away from Glover.
Coming back in the second half to walk away with the 8-point victory over the Canberra Raiders, who once again have fallen victim to the theme that they have all season long. Blitzed it out in the first half, but failed to claw it back in the second. Only a one late Ethan Alea try, making things a little bit interesting at the end, but the Dragons always seem to be one step ahead. Let's have a look at the stats deep dive. We kick off with Chevy Stewart, a try, 12 runs, 120 metres, A line break, 3 tackle breaks, 14 tackles, did have 4 missed, but he's sort of completing that transition to the centre position at the moment. He's looked really, really good in contact, which I think is a really important thing. We made the point last week around his movements, his defensive decisions and whatnot. I thought there were some good signs here. But here's the man I want to see. Even a layup. He had a try, 21 runs, 215 metres, a line break assist, 9 tackle breaks. He's an exciting young prospect who seems to have pushed Chevy Stewart out of the fullback jersey, and that's an amazing achievement there from Alea. Next up, Pasami Saw, 71 minutes. Hard to believe it. I feel like Pasami, Trey Mooney, all those guys, they're going to have to be looking out for new clubs. Like, it's ridiculous the amount of depth Canberra have in their pack at the moment. He had 71 minutes, 120 metres, 4 tackle breaks, 37 made tackles. Did have a couple ineffective, but overall not too bad. Then we go to Conor Hyson. He had 80 minutes, a try, 2 line breaks, 3 tackle breaks, 140 metres, 45 tackles at 90% efficiency. Absolutely sensational stuff there for Conor Hyson, an NRL veteran as well from the last couple of seasons. Then we go to Lachlan Ilias. He had a try, 3 line break assists, 2 try assists and offload. Hard to know where he goes from here for like any sort of position moving forward, because the Dragons seem hell-bent on keeping Kyle Flanagan at halfback. Whether that's the right decision or the wrong decision, well, that's up for interpretation at the moment. But he did have some strong defensive numbers, which was a little bit of a concern. Then we go to Michael Molo. A try, 18 runs, 151 metres, a line break, 4 tackle breaks, 22 tackles, just the 1 missed. Absolutely great stuff there. Well, now it's time for this week's Team of the Week for round 12 of the New South Wales Cup. And no surprises, there's teams from everywhere. Ethan Alea from Canberra at fullback, Christian Dixon and Hazen Mellors on the wings, Moala Graham Talfa and Clayton Fa'alalo in the centres, Lachlan Ilias at 5'8", Trent Tolau at halfback. The forwards, Timmy O'Hanson and Michael Molo up front, Hohepa Puru is the hooker, Dylan Coots and Kayliss Fatialofa in the back row, Billy Phillips locks the scrum, the bench of Conor Hyson, Mason Teague, Jacob Host and Taniela Otakola. We could have had about another 4 or 5 forwards in that. We could have made a B team this week. It was an absolute stacked pool. Congratulations to all the players in this week's Team of the Week. But once again, it's time to deep dive Kayliss Fatialofa for the second time in 3 weeks. He had a try, 148 metres, 2 line breaks, 8 tackle breaks, 2 offloads, 31 tackles. He's the leading forward tackle buster in the New South Wales Cup with 39. Has the most line breaks for a forward in the New South Wales Cup. So he's obviously doing something right in this age group. Exactly what you want to see from a young man as well. Let's just go back to this Team of the Week for a second, because there were some really high quality players. We mentioned the likes of Mellors and Ilias and Tolau as well. But the bench is stacked too. Like Mulheis and Teague, Host, were all very good, but it was just hard to knock the guys that were in this side, in this run-on side as well. And full credit to Kayliss Fatialofa. He's the player of the round this week. But we're only halfway through the program. Thanks for sticking with us. It's time to go over to the Queensland Cup now, where the Townsville Blackhawks have been the season's lower grade success story, and we see them go to battle against the Papua New Guinea Hunters. Let's take a look at all the action.
Good, on the left.
Grounding. I've got grounding. You happy? He's on side.
Hold!
Wait! Go on. Line's good. 1 grounding. Good. Happy. Go 3. Line's good. 3. Outside. 3. Move now!
146.
Wait! Go 4. 4.
Get to the line!
Forward line!
1 foot again.
Wait! Go. Grounding. All good, mate. 1 foot. Wait! Hold. Go 4. There's the line there. 4. He's short. Forward line. Hold. Go. Down. Wait! Go 3. 3. Down. Hold. Go 2. 2. Right. All good, mate. Go 4. Thank you. 4. 4. Contact point there. Pass. Grounding. Good. Go 2.
Good line.
2. Outside. He's through the line. 2. Backwards. Still 2. Happy boy. Go on. 1. Grounding. Go.
Line good.
6.
Good.
Catch. Grounding. That's good. Go 4. James.
5 out of play.
Tackle 4. 4. 4. Grounding. Touchline fine, mate. Good touchline. Go 3. Down.
It's keep on delivering. The Townsville Blackhawks picking up a 10-point win over the Papua New Guinea Hunters in Townsville. Let's take a look at some of the key performers in our Stats Deep Dive. Kicking off with Tom Nisbet, arriving from 2nd Division club of Widnes. Nisbet has been a sound contributor in season 2025 with 14 runs for 143 metres, a line break, 5 tackle breaks and 2 offloads. Nisbet has proven to be a hard nut to crack for the Blackhawks in 2025. Next up, Kaiden Lahrs. Now, massive thanks to one of our major viewers, Cowboys Country on X. Do follow him for all things Cowboys. He played 13 Queensland Cup games, Kaiden Lahrs, over the last couple of seasons. He's only lost one of them, that being last year's preliminary final. He's played in every win so far for the Townsville Blackhawks at the moment, so he's doing something right. He's got 58 minutes a try, 14 runs, 164 metres, and offload 6 tackle breaks. If the Cowboys get hit by Origin period, I've got a sneaky hunch this guy's going to make a debut. Then we go Jaden Hodges, the cold hero. We love our former NRL players going back to Cup and just playing their hearts out. Jaden Hodges did just that. 2 line breaks, 5 tackle breaks, 2 offloads, a double, 29 tackles, just the 1 miss. Absolutely amazing stuff there. Now we go over to the Hunters and Gaio Vordo. The PNG Luai, was very sound defensively. 2 line breaks, a couple of tackle breaks, 9 runs, 70 metres and 2 tries. How good was that? Then we go over to Alex Max. This bloke is just finding his feet week on week on week. And Papua New Guinea have some vacancies in their side at the moment. And I think there's a fair chance, based off the form line we've seen at the moment, Roderick Ty has been disappointing over in Warrington this season. So I think Alex Max could be a bit of a smoky for the Papua New Guinea centre position with those stat lines there. And then this is where I'm really going to be a little bit critical on the Hunters here. Zebedee Kip played 27 minutes and was the only forward to be over 100 metres. That's simply just not good enough at this level. You want your forward pack to be running over 100 metres. We look at guys like Josh Stuck. We looked at Kaiden Lahrs' numbers before. You really want to be trying to get as close to the 100 mark as you can. For Zebedee Kip to do that off the bench, very, very impressive stuff. Well, our next match on our lower grade journey will take us to Piccadilly Sporting Complex, where the Tweed Seagulls play the Brisbane Tigers. The Tigers found some form. Can they do it again? Let's find out.
Keep going. Sideline's good. Sideline. There, marker. Defensive, keep going. There we are. That's good. Straight to the ball. Play on, still up. Beyond! Let him up! Hold him. Hold top. Still close, keep going. Yeah, Brown's good. Line's good. Yep, fine. Momentum takes him over. Go 3. Line's good. Yep, Browning. 1. on, goes wide. Keep going. Hold in. Here, hold. Go two. So, coming late. Keep going. Okay. Keep going. To last. Keep going. Keep going.
Continue their good run of form. They were unlucky to lose in Redcliffe last week, of course, in that tussle with the Dolphins, but they were very much too strong for the Tweed Seagulls in this one. Let's take a look at some of their key performers in our stats deep dive. Mackay Donovan, a try, 13 runs, 174 metres, a line break and 4 tackle breaks. He found his position at Tweed this year after an injury-interrupted 2024. He sort of found his spot in that left centre position. Tukey Simpkins next, 70 minutes in the middle, 10 runs, 103 metres, 3 offloads, 43 tackles, just 4 missed and ineffective. Is there an NRL return incoming? Now, I say this because obviously we have seen the likes of Josiah Harpulu leave, Aaron Mahar's had a bit of a go this year, Sean Mulaney's had a go, so it could be anyone getting a chance in this side. Then we go to Jacob Alick-Wenke. He is back in first grade this week. Thank goodness. I was about to have a bloody heart attack if they didn't make some changes to that bench production. He had a try, just under 100 metres, 6 tackle breaks, an offload, 30 tackles, 4 missed or ineffective in this one. Let's now go over to the Brisbane Tigers. Kane Bradley. Now, he's had a bit of an up and down season. This one by far was his most complete performance. He had a double, he had over 150 running metres, a couple of tackle breaks, an offload, and 2 line breaks as well. That first try did look a bit iffy though, I have to admit. Sorry, Kane, we've got to play a straight bat here. And then we go to Josh Smith. Talk about a game for this man. He had a double, over 200 metres, a line break, 7 tackle breaks, 2 line break assists, 2 try assists, and very sound defensive numbers as well. He has been an astute signing from Mackay, and good on the Brisbane Tigers for nailing that one. Then we finish up with Sam Wallace, and we were talking about PNG's bench production before. Look at this starter. 14 runs, 159 metres, 64 post-contact metres, 2 offloads, 19 tackles, 1 missed or ineffective. That is sort of the KPI I was referring to earlier with the Hunters. Well, next up we're going over to BP Prince Stadium in Mackay for the clash between the Mackay Cutters and the North's Devils. The Devils coming off their first loss of the year last week against the Cutters side that found a little bit of form before crashing back down to earth just last weekend.
Somebody stay split! Come on here. Hold! Go, 3. Good morning, mate. Go. Hey, mate. Go, 4. Tackle 4, good. Keep going, still 4. Grounding. I'm happy, mate, if you are. Still 6. No tackles. No tackles. Play on. All good, mate. Come along. Con 25 minutes. Start. We're coming to 0. But get over the cover, mate. He's coming a long way, mate. Other one, he's going to call off his hand. Oh, go! Tackle 4. Go. If you've got good. Yep.
to a HIA in the first minute of the game. The North Devils didn't have to secure a victory by 24 points to 22. Before we go to the deep dive, a massive shout out to referee Cody Quick for making his Hostplus Cup debut this week. Congratulations. It's a huge milestone for any referee to move up into the second tier just before the NRL. On the stats deep dive, Jackson Polo. 15 runs, 226 metres of tackle, break-free offloads. He finally gets his long-awaited NRL recall and has a real chance to audition his future prospects. Some good signs there for Jackson. Mitch Fogarty, he got a try in 53 minutes. He replaced Xavier Kerricks, who only played about 20 minutes in this one. 7 runs, 55 metres, a line break, 3 tackle breaks, 33 tackles. A 24-year-old who's been reliable off the bench for the Cutters this season. He's bounced around a couple of different teams, but has really found a home in Mackay. Then we go Jeremiah Metaltio. He had 35 minutes, a try, 12 runs, 139 metres, 2 line breaks and 4 tackle breaks. The Cowboys trainer and trialist who's been in some good form this season, but will more likely may revert back to the new NRL Queensland competition, which is that under-20s competition that's starting up, just to get some more game time and some minutes and give more reps to the second tier guys. But that's a decision entirely for North Queensland. Then we go over to Laoto Saleh, It's his first Queensland Cup start. He's been predominantly used off the bench. He had about 50 metres, an offload, 45 tackles in a game high. Next up, Sam Elliott, 69 minutes in the middle, a double, 10 runs, 106 metres, a lie break, 32 tackles, 2 missed and ineffective. Also earned himself a trip to the sin bin. Sean O'Sullivan next. He had over 400 kicking metres, forced a drop out in a smartly managed performance. Then he also had 22 tackles, a line break assist, and 2 try assists. Well, we're going back to Rockhampton now, where the Central Queensland Capras are looking to continue the Northern Pride season from hell, where they hosted the Cairns-based side on Saturday night.
Keep going, mate. This will be 0. Yep. Up. Down. Okay, mate. Okay, just confirm the ball goes forward from Capras. Yeah, mate, I've got a knock on Capras. Oh, go through. 2 meters, Nixon. Beyond the up. Hard then. Yeah. All good, mate. Oh, go on. Go on. All's down. Happy, mate. Oh, good one. Three. 10. Nice grab, Jamal. Oh, good one. Offload. Up. Back over now. Go, 3. Line's good. All on. Touch. Yeah. He's just picked up. Good, mate. Go through. He's good. On the line. Oh, go. No, wait then. 45. Good work. Backwards. It's more. Yeah.
Win there over the Central Queensland Capras by 18 points in Rockhampton. It was a strong performance by a couple of players in this one. Let's take a look at how they went in our stats deep dive. Let's go through Tafita first of all. Had over 150 metres in this one. You're not reading that wrong. He had 12 tackle breaks in this one. 13 tackles as well, just missing 1. He's sort of been in and out of the Dolphins sort of young sort of program over the last couple of seasons, but he's really found his own in open age footy this year, and it's really good to see from Tavita Nafahu. He's one that Dolphins fans should be keeping an eye on in their outside back core. Next up, we're going to go to Nixon Putt. He had a try, 182 metres from 24 carries of the football, 2 line break assists, a try assist, 5 tackle breaks, a line break, 5 offloads, and 100% tackle rate. Talk about an absolute field day. He's almost our PNG version of C Fatialofa out there. And then we finish off with John Finan-Ganofo. He had a try, 58 running metres, 2 line breaks, a line break assist, 6 tackle breaks, 21 tackles, just the 1 miss. Next up we go to Tom Duffy. He had a really sound performance. Personal tally 16 points, 64 running metres, 420 kick metres. Defence was a little bit suspect, but he's playing for his future, it seems, at the moment. A couple of clubs in Sydney and sort of New South Wales are interested in Duffy, and that will be this is sort of his audition period at the moment, given his brief NRL stint didn't quite go to plan. Next up, Campbell Duffy. He had over 100 metres, a line break assist, a try assist for that beautiful short ball to Kenneth Finotti. He had 30 tackles, 5 Mr. Ineffective. Next up, we go to Jamal Shibasaki. 80 minutes on the edge in this one. A try, 140 running metres, 3 tackle breaks, 25 tackles at 81% tackle rate. It feels like he's playing for his future at this point. Really, really good signs there for Jamal, of course. It's going to be very interesting to see where he fits in the Cowboys' plans going forward. Well, next up, we're over to KO Stadium for the clash between the Redcliffe Dolphins and the Ipswich Jets. The Jets have been this season's surprise package so far. Can they pull off another win against a competition heavyweight? Let's find out.
Go, one. Ball's down. Happy with the pass and one, mate. Wait! Go. Not late! Good! Touch backward. We're back to 0 because it's back to the rolling. Thank you. Together now! Foot! Go, 2. Friend! Marker. 2. He's made the line. Yeah. Happy great. Coming into 3. Yeah, we're playing a bit. Go. Last! Left side's good. To the ball! Ball down. Yep. Last. Not late. They're good. Back to the ball. Foot. He's onside, mate. Go. 4. Good on there, mate. Ball's down. All good, mate. Happy, mate. Get up, Mark! 1 foot! Wait against 6. Wait. Go. 3. 10's retreated. Up, up, up. Keep going, keep going. Yeah. Ball down. Coming in 4. Passes backwards. 3. I've got 3. Yes, 3, mate. Good, keep going. 10 down, mate. Yeah, pass is good. All good, mate. Not moving. No go. No, mate.
Up a 2-point victory over the Redcliffe Dolphins. There was a chance there to steal it late through Will Partridge, but the conversion was just waved away to the posts there on that occasion. But Ipswich continuing their great improvement in season 2025. Let's take a look now at some of their key performers, starting off with Will Partridge. He had the try to give Redcliffe a chance. He had 8 runs, 58 metres, a little quiet, but the work rate sort of gone a little bit down for Will this year compared to what he had to do with the Pride. He's had a line break assist, a try assist, sound in defence, but as we mentioned, that work rate does need to pick up a little bit more. Next up, Josh Allen. He had 47 minutes in this one. He was their leading forward with 15 runs for 138 metres, an offload, 23 tackles, 2 misses for the Finns forward that impressed over the pre-season challenge, particularly that clash against North Queensland. Next up, Junior Tupou. He had a try, 13 runs for 145 metres. He had a line break, 6 tackle breaks and an offload. Only the 2 errors after last week's horror show. Now, Tupou's stats are going to show up on the QRL website as for Nat McGavin because they didn't change it over in time. But Tupou was definitely wearing 5 as evidenced in the vision we clipped there. So that's just a little bit of confusion for those in the comments who are going to go look at the stats and see Junior Tupou seemingly having a mare of a game. Those stats were actually for Nat McGavin. Now we go over to Ipswich and Luke Maddiford. He had a double, 9 runs for 77 metres, a line break, 3 tackle breaks, 80% tackle rate in this one. He's become a real asset, scoring 9 tries in 11 games since arriving at the club. Dion Tauper, the man from South Sydney, he showed his class in this one. It was a tight game. It's been like that for Ipswich a little bit this season. A line break, a try assist, 16 tackles, 3 missed ineffective, forced 2 dropouts and kicked over 400 metres as well. Absolutely big numbers there. And then we finish up with Oliver Pascoe. 80 minutes, a try, a line break, 5 tackle breaks, 48 tackles, 2 Mr. Ineffective. If he keeps his run of form up we've seen over this season so far, an NRL trainer trial contract is definitely bound to happen. Well, our final match of the round is the Sunday match of the day from the Western Clydesdales home in Toowoomba for the clash between the Clydesdales and South Logan. These teams met a fortnight ago, and South Logan put 66 points on. Will they do it again? Let's find out on the highlight. game that was. The Clydesdale started really poorly. They bounced back to score the next 4 tries. Then it was a bit of a rampage from the South's Logan Magpies. It's really rare to see a team be unlucky to concede 50, but I think the Clydesdales can find themselves unlucky to concede 50 in this one. South's Logan, there's a couple defensive concerns there in that game, but full marks go to the Clydesdales for the way they played and the bounce back from Jason Alchin's side in this one. Let's go through the stats deep dive. I'm going to kick off with Stanford Toledo. We picked up a double, 162 metres in a team high, a line break, 7 tackle breaks, a line break, and a try assist as well. Some awesome effort there from Stanford as well. A very strong, powerful ball carrier. Then we go to Kai Duggan again, 80 minutes in this one, just 21 running metres. I would like to see him sort of divvy up his roles running the football as well as making his defensive workload there. Forced a dropout, he kicked a 40-20 as well, so great signs there from Kai Duggan. His kicking game has been a really underrated asset in this season. Of course, Luke Jerd was ruled out late in the warm-up, as you may have heard Adam Jackson mention there at the beginning of that coverage. But yeah, it's just a really bizarre sort of season for the Clydesdales where if things go wrong, it tends to go wrong in a number of different facets. Then we go to Kyle Clement now. He's picked up an hour of football here. It's his first season of Q Cup football, and I know we kind of critiqued the Clydesdales last week as a couple of weeks ago, rather, as a quote-unquote glorified A-grade side, but they did really well in this game to stick with South's Logan. 125 metres, 43 post-contact metres, and an offload, 18 tackles at an 82% tackle efficiency rate. Next up, we're going to go to Blake Moser. 65 minutes in NRL audition of sorts, but somehow Michael Maguire is convinced that Corey Pakes is still the answer at number 9. He had a try, a line break, 4 tackle breaks, 87 running metres, all from dummy half, 2 offloads, 34 tackles, just 1 ineffective in a huge and vital display. Rory Ferguson's up next. He had 70 minutes in this one, 8 runs, 87 metres, a line break, 2 offloads, 31 tackles, just the 2 misses as well for the New Zealand captain. The New Zealand-based captain, it's obviously not the New Zealand team captain. And then we go to Latrell Segwell, the trainer trialist this season. He did a spell with the Broncos. I kind of thought maybe he might be a chance of doing the fullback spot during the origin period. He did his chances, no harm in this one. 2 line breaks, 2 line break assists, 2 try assists, 2 offloads, 156 metres, and a personal tally of 22 points in this fixture. Well, right now it's time for you at home to take a look at this week's Team of the Week for round 10 of the Hostplus Cup. Let's take a look at this week's Team of the Week for the Hostplus Cup. Latrell Segwell is our fullback and player of the round at fullback. Josh Smith and Solo Wana on the wings. Nixon Putt and Stanford Toledo on the centres. John Finnan-Ganofo at 5'8", Dion Tauper at halfback. The forwards, Kaiden Lahrs and Tuki Simpkins. Jaden Hodges is the hooker. Ed Hampson and Jacob Alick-Winke in the back row. Sam Elliott locking the scrum. The bench of Oliver Pascoe, Rory Ferguson, Kenneth Fotoy, and Elijah Rasmussen in a very impressive team this week. A couple of standouts, as we mentioned on the show. Let's now look a bit more deeper at one of them, Latrell Segwell. Now, he, as I mentioned, 22 points a moment ago, over 150 metres. It's been a bit of an up and down sort of view. He's had his moments under the high ball, but I think when you look at it as an overall season so far, it's been really good from Latrell Segwell. Second season of full open age football, so you're going to see these mistakes a little bit every now and again. I know there's some Broncos fans are a little bit concerned about some aspects of his play, but I think you only learn one way, and that's in a game environment. And I think Segwell could do a really good job there for the Broncos. If Michael Maguire tends to go a certain way during the origin period, it's going to be really interesting when the Broncos do have an origin impacted game, how they go about it. It's going to be one that a lot of Broncos fans are going to be very intrigued when they open up their team lists that weekend. But Latrell Segwell, a very well-deserved player of the round, a very explosive player, the MVP of the Courier Knockout back in 2023, and has been in the Queensland Cup for the last couple of seasons. And that's our program for this week. Thanks very much for your company. We'll be back next week at the same time to recap rounds in the New South Wales and Queensland Cup. I'm AJ Luke Antonio on behalf of the entire League Scene team. Thanks for your company, and we'll catch you next Wednesday. Take care, everyone.